Chapter 1. Our attic door is always padlocked. Mom does it to keep the mice up there. We don't exactly have the money for an exterminator. Mice freak me out like snakes do Indiana Jones, a much more legit fear, I know. Mom's not the bravest either, so lock it is. I stand beneath it in the upstairs hallway. Never really gave it much thought before, but it's ugly, if you ask me.
Crystal, there you are. I'm off to the bakery. Wanna come?
She brushes strands of dyed strawberry blonde hair behind her shoulder with her small fingers. I shake my head, surprised but happy she's giving me a choice. I'll pass. Her lips purse critically. Come on, I'm turning 16 in 2 days. Don't you trust me? I mean, you'll be gone, what, a half hour? I follow her to the kitchen.
Of course I trust you.
She tousles my short chocolate brown hair and grabs her purse from the counter. Then it's past time you leave the house in my very capable hands. I grin. I shift my gaze and stare out the window above the sink. It's a beautiful Saturday, the buds on the apple trees promising warm spring breezes and sunny days. The sun catcher I painted years ago hangs from the top corner of the window. The butterfly is so faded and sad-looking, I can't believe Mom keeps it. Besides, I add, it's almost time for Vince's cookout. Her eyes narrow in a disapproving way.
Didn't you mention you have a report due soon?
Yep. I rub the worn spots on the counter. A huge one for Mr. Williams' class. Lydia and I were assigned the history of witches. I wanted to do it on religion versus magic, but he vetoed it. Said it wouldn't be impartial.
Some people do consider themselves witches.
I can't help but scoff. Magic's just a bunch of stupid hocus-pocus mumbo-jumbo. Mom straightens the sun catcher, her lips a thin line that relaxes when she chuckles.
Impartial, huh?
My cheeks grow hot, and I look away, fingering a not quite ripe apple in the fruit bowl on the counter.
Have you finished it?
She asks critically. Just about. It needs to be typed up. Lydia and I haven't decided who gets that honor yet.
I really shouldn't let you go to the barbecue without having your report done. Just make sure you finish it in time. I'm off.
She says with a waggle of a short index finger. We hug, and I walk out to the small living room and watch as she leaves. Wow, almost can't believe I'm here alone. She's the world's most overprotective mom. We might not have a lot, but we have each other. Jeez, that's sweet enough that we don't need desserts. Chuckling, I head back upstairs to the hallway and hesitate beneath the attic door. Wonder if she braved the mice to hide my birthday presents up there. Speaking of which, her birthday's coming up too. She's a little behind on paying me my meager allowance. Actually, I think she owes me for an entire year. Feeling a little guilty, I slip into her room. Maybe she has a few extra dollars in here. I'm not that crafty, so making her something is out. Besides, she deserves something nice. My gaze falls on the tip of a tan heel poking out from beneath her bed. It's the only pair of her shoes I like. I pull out the heel and dig around for its mate. I spy the ugliest boot in the world and shudder. I can't count the number of times I've told Mom to get rid of them. It's almost a sin to wear something so tacky. As I pull myself out from under the bed, I knock over one of the boots and hear a faint sound. Puzzled and perplexed, I stick my hand inside and remove a small metal object. A key. Mesmerized by the key, I abandon my search for the other heel and for money and return to the hallway. Sure enough, the key fits into the attic padlock. The stairs descend into the hallway like a lolling tongue from a dark mouth. A sudden gust of wind leaves me shivering. The thought of spying makes my stomach churn. My conscience is a little overactive. Mom's trusting me for the first time ever, and what do? Try to find some money, albeit for a good reason, and contemplate sneaking into the attic. The mice. It's not worth it. Just thinking about them freaks me out. I'm ready to write everything, to put the stairs back up and lock the attic again. But then, a sudden thought comes to me. What if there aren't any mice? What if Mom just doesn't want me to go up there? For 15 years? What secret could be that big? Curiosity isn't a sin, right? No longer hesitating, I find myself in the stuffy, cramped attic. The tiny bulb hanging from a wire barely illuminates the small area. I rub my nose and promptly sneeze. The light fizzles and burns out. Lovely. Refusing to see this as a sign that I should stop snooping, I stumble back to the stairs. I retrieve a light bulb from the top of the refrigerator. Quick as I can, since Mom will be back soon, I change the bulb. The place still isn't that bright, but I'm not worried about it. I can see well enough. Boxes and books litter the room. The first box contains old tests from grade school. Mom's such a pack rat. I'll be lucky to find anything worthwhile. If there is anything worthwhile, besides mice. Hugging myself, I glance around and listen hard. No peeps. No scratching of tiny feet on the wooden floor. Not a sound but my raspy breathing and the faint hum of electricity from the light bulb. There isn't a hint of mice traps or droppings or mice anywhere. I give a huge sigh of relief for that, although I'm even more curious and confused. If Mom lied about the mice, she must be hiding something. Books are stacked beside some boxes. The Ultimate Witch's Guide to Potions, Herbs, and Rituals, Book of Spells, Magic and its Healing Properties, Witchcraft, Magic, and more. Why would Mom have this stuff? I flip through the top book. In the margin of a love potion spell, I recognize Mom's practically illegible scribbling. Squinting forces the marks into letters and words I can decipher. Something about an ingredient being extinct? She actually thinks magic is real? Why didn't she say anything when we were just talking about it? Because you aren't impartial about it. A part of me reasons. Or because she doesn't want you to know. Believing in the possibility of magic is one thing. That I could accept. But trying spells? Maybe I shouldn't fault her for being curious, especially since that's why I'm up here in the first place. Disgusted, I slam the book shut and drop it onto the others. Dust billows everywhere. Coughing, I wave it away and notice a box half hidden in the darkest corner of the attic. My interest piqued, I drag it into the light. A name is written on the top in Mom's chicken scratch. Marion Winter. Who's that? Someone Mom doesn't want me to know. I'm so curious and confused. I've never heard that name before. My heart pounds furiously. Without hesitating, I flip open the flaps and shift through the mounds of paperwork. A picture falls out. An old newspaper article catches my eye. Car crash kills mother. Baby safe. I sink to my knees and read the article. Marion Winter's brakes stopped working during a snowstorm. She died in the resulting crash when her car slammed headfirst into a large snowbank. The driver of the car behind her witnessed the whole thing and tried to save her, but she had died instantly. The baby, only 7 months, survived. Marion Winter was survived by her daughter Crystal, her brother Richard Miller, and his wife Patricia. I stare at the words so long, they swim before my eyes. This can't mean what I think it does. That Marion Winter is my birth mother, and my mom is really my aunt. I grew up thinking my last name was Miller. I'm not Crystal Miller. I'm Crystal Winter. Mom has been hiding a secret up here, all right. A secret 15 years in the making.